So, reflections on central Canada. Listen, a big apology to those people in Toronto. I did not mean to diss your fair city, but I can only speak as I find. And although I wasn't in Toronto that long, what I did see of it was primarily the industrial workings going on smack in the city centre. But I must admit, all the time I was there, I didn't see the positive side of Toronto. So I look forward to another visit at some stage in the future. I do find it amusing, though, that a lot of people said to me when I went to America and Canada, "Are you looking at your astrocartography?" And I went, "No, I'm not. And I'm deliberately not looking at it until I come back to England." And I get back to England and I find that Mars is rising on the ascendant for me at the moment I was born over Toronto. So it's always going to be a little bit of a place where I might feel just a little bit as if I'm getting buttons pushed or if I'm pushing buttons. So apologies to people from Toronto. I didn't mean to diss your fair city. But then after Toronto, I left and I went to Ottawa. Now, a lot of people gave me pre-warning, said, "Why are you going to Ottawa? There's nothing there. It's only 800,000 people." But I got picked up at Ottawa Airport by the person who hosted me, Teresa, who's a local artist who's done a lot of really good animated graphic work. And Teresa Klavic, go and check her website out. She's Ottawa's leading, one of Ottawa's leading street artists. She hosted me for the entire weekend, and the first night I was out, I went and give a talk to various local astrologers, and there weren't many people there, but I went to this bookshop where I went and did readings, the Singing Pebble in Ottawa, and wow, the energy in that place, I just thought, well, this is really, really nice. I just love it here. I just feel like I've landed. So the next day, I'm doing readings all day in the Singing Pebble bookshop. And that evening, I'm supposed to be going to an astrological dinner. And so I get picked up after the readings at the end of the day, and I get told, right, dinner starts in about half an hour, but we're not doing the astrological dinner. There's only going to be about 6 of us, and we've got to eat quite fast. And I said, why? And my friend said, because I've got you on stage at the Ottawa Comedy Club in about an hour's time, and you're on first doing the caustic astrologer. And it was like, okay. So, quick meal and then down to the Ottawa Comedy Store. And I found myself being ushered up in front of somewhere between 120 to 150 hardcore Canadians who were in various states of intoxication. And many of them were hardcore ice hockey fans. And it was very strange. I got introduced as this person from Bath, England. Not Britain, but England. And the caustic astrologer, and I went and gave them the rat, and some of them got it. Some of them just howled, and some of them just looked at me like, "What? Who is this guy? What is this?" I mean, I just didn't get it. Some did, some didn't. And I've got a 3-minute recording of about 12 minutes of it. But if you think I'm letting it out, there's some quite profane obscenities being shouted at me. But then I gave it back as well, and that was interesting. And then the next night, the plan was I was going to go to, after finishing my day of readings in Ottawa on my last day, the plan was I was going to go with some friends to an evening of accordion and banjo music and just have a bit of a hoedown. But we got there and the local jazz society had taken over the pub, and it was like, oh, great. So we went to an art gallery, and then we went to this pub where there was a lot of ice hockey going on downstairs. It was an archetypal Canadian ice hockey pub. But upstairs, there was about 5 or 6 people with fiddles and banjos and accordions and mandolins, and a good session was had by one of all. I met Judy, the local astrologer, Judy Jibb from Ottawa, who's also doing the MA in Cultural Astronomy and Astrology, much as I did. Really good to meet her. And I also met various people in the alternative folk scene in Ottawa, from the elementals particularly, who just made me laugh and howl with laughter. Then after that, I went to a place, and this is midnight in Ottawa, supposedly the most boring place in Canada. I went to a blues bar, and I saw some rockin' blues. Ottawa, love it. I shall definitely go back there. Thank you, Ottawa. It was one of the 2 best places on my British tour, and on my North American tour. I really enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you all again soon. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.